What's good, everybody? I'm just getting set up here, man. I don't know, man. This ain't gonna be a very fun one. So if anybody looking to laugh, anybody looking for entertainment, I'm sorry, but this ain't gonna be the one today, man. This ain't gonna be the one today, yo. I don't know. It's just a lot of craziness going on in the world, and I figure like I gotta talk about it because I don't know. I don't even know what else to do at this point. I'm going live on Instagram, so that's what I'm doing right now. It's just a lot of foolishness. Like, so I'm gonna just go live on here real quick and like just basically go through what I'm thinking, what my mind is going through. So we going live on Instagram. I hope everybody having a blessed day. I hope everybody got the ones you love close to you. I don't even know, like, I know this is supposed to be a comedy podcast. Hold on, we going live on Insta. We going live on location. Yeah, man. Like I say, this ain't gonna be my usual, my usual happy giddy podcast. So, hey, what's up, Tiger Heart? Thanks for joining the stream, fam. What's good, Smoke Boy? Thanks for jumping in here. So I'm gonna just take off the glasses and I guess just start running down the list, man. Like, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and like this is not confirmed these are African Americans, but this is kind of what kicked off the whole day for me. A man by the name of Eric Johnson had a standoff with SWAT police here in the city, and he took his daughters and his own life for murder-suicide. And that kind of just started me down like this whole thing with what's going on in the world with people, like, well, not just people, but black people specifically, man. Like, what are we doing? And I don't mean that in a negative light, like what are you doing, but where are we, man? Like, what do we want from the community? What do we want from our own people? Because I don't know if y'all saw the video, but a youth football coach got gunned down at a youth football game by the brother of an NFL player. Aqib Talib's brother was there. And apparently there are reports that Aqib Talib had something to do with it. Had either instigated it or I appreciate you for coming by, man. Either Aqib Talib had something to do with it, or he is directly responsible for instigating it, or he was with the party that did do it. And I haven't heard anything from any sports figure. Like, oh man, sometimes I just don't know, like, what do we expect from these athletes? They got these huge platforms. They always got something to say, but when it comes to something like a father getting killed at a youth football game, it's just crickets. Hey, thanks for jumping in, Cincinnati Fats. Appreciate you. I just don't know, like, where do we go from here? If we're looking after our own, do we police our own? Like, if these celebrities, if these so-called activists, if they want to call themselves, ain't gonna talk about it, then I feel like they should hold their feet to the fire. Like I say, I'm a LeBron fan. I ain't heard him say nothing about the situation. I have heard comedians talk more about it than the professional athletes, than his co-workers, than his peers. Like, I'm looking at YouTube, the video got 45,000 views. Like, black people is dropping off like flies. And it's mostly our own doing. So, it's just hard for me. That's what I mean by it's just hard to I don't want to say losing faith in humanity, but it's like, bro, every day is something. Every day is some chaos. Every day is a messed up situation. Every day is just sadness, death, and destruction, yo. That's why I say I don't think this is gonna be a very funny podcast. I want to apologize right now if this is not in your wheelhouse, but like, where do we go from here, yo? On the real. I'm just tired of seeing it, man. And I'm just tired of seeing it. Like, I know you shouldn't focus so much on YouTube. I know I shouldn't put all my energy into like keeping up with views and keeping up with commentary, but it's like, bro, enough is enough already. As a black man, I'm just tired of seeing it. People look towards politics. People look towards, I don't know, religion. And it's just disappointing to be a black person and to have to cut on the radio or TV and just see like another black person killed by yet another black person. Like, when I was coming up, you used to think maybe this was always just a pipe dream of mine. Maybe this was all just a crazy idea that, like, hey, man, at the very least, I can treat you with some level of decorum and respect. Just because, like, if nothing else, black people only make up 15% of the country. We a minority. Maybe the numbers went up. I haven't kept track of it, for real. I'm going to be honest with you. Last time I checked, African Americans made up 15% of the country. And I'm all for differing ideas from African Americans, whether that's a Thomas Sowell or a W.E.B. Du Bois or a Barack Obama or a Colin Powell or even Herschel Walker. As crazy as I think he is, I feel like he still has a right, and he still has the opportunity to speak his mind. As right or wrong as it may be, if you are, like I say, I'm pro-black. This is not a surprise. I say it. I reinforce it on every podcast that I do. This is a topic that I truly believe, that I truly do believe in. You might not like me. You might disagree with what I'm saying. But I always have been just straightforward about hold on, this says I'm not live. Hold on. Am I not going live on the right one? No, it says I'm live. What the? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. What is going on here? Oh, it's probably because I am live and I can't see it. That's probably why. Sorry, I'm going to get right back to it, y'all. My fault. Yeah, there it is. So we should be good to go. Good to go. Alright, sorry, I had to jump off here and then jump right back in. Hang on, we're telling you. I appreciate telling my followers. Alright, there we go. Okay, we live. We live on location. So we should be good to go. Okay. Good to go. Alright, sorry. back on. I'm back on. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh man. Oh, my fault. My fault. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. I guess I'll start off with the typical "What's good, everybody." So let's get into it. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Anonymous, the author, aka Anonymous Rap Guy, and I am back with another podcast episode, man. Today, I don't really have nothing too funny to talk about. This is not gonna be a comical one. This is not gonna be a funny one. Hey, thanks for jumping in the stream. This is not gonna be a particularly enjoyable one. So if anybody, like if you watching on YouTube and Instagram, I just want to apologize ahead of time for the stuff that I'm gonna talk about and the fields I'm gonna be in for today. So I guess I'll start with some background on how I got here today, or how I got to this. On how I got to these fields. Trying to adjust my microphone to make sure I'm coming in nice and clear, so that my thoughts and words don't become misconstrued, and that people understand where I'm coming from. So, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. If you don't know, if you can't tell, shout out to the Bengals. And this morning, on the news, or not even this morning, late last night, about 13 hours ago, from what I understand, the story broke. There was a standoff, and this is not specific to black people, but this is what started me down my feels, I guess you could say, this on this Monday morning for the podcast. And this is kind of why I said, like, if you're expecting something jokey, this ain't gonna be the podcast for you, because I'm just fed up, bro. Like, as a black man, I'm just tired of seeing it in the news, bro. It's like every day it's like something new, bro. Like, on the news here in Cincinnati, there was a man by the name of Eric Johnson who had a standoff with SWAT, according to the news, according to reports, who had a standoff with SWAT in the Mount Healthy area, which is very close to me. And he killed himself and his daughter during the SWAT standoff. And I don't know, man. That's a level of dark that I just was not expecting to wake up to today. Like, mental health is real. How you treat people and how you are treated and how your fellow man interacts with each other, like, that's real. And I don't know what pushed this young man over the edge. I don't know. He was 40 years old. I don't know what caused this dude to finally be fed up with the situation, to go down the route that he went to. But I'm just tired of seeing, like, news in my community, news in my neighborhood, news among people that look like me. That this is where we at. I don't know if it's the news sources I'm following. I don't know if it's the nature of the shocking headlines that you read and people click on. So those headlines are infinitely, reposted and promoted just because people click on it. Any interaction is seen as interaction to an algorithm, whether it's positive or negative. If people are disgusted by it, then that shows the algorithm that people are interacting with it and they push it towards you. And I'm just sick of it, bro. Like it seems like every time, and I'm saying black people because I'm a black man. And if you don't know now, you know I'm pro black. Been pro black since I started this podcast thing. You call me a lot of things, but I've always been who I am, and I wear that on my sleeve and my shoulder. So if you don't like me, you don't like me. But you can't say I hid nothing from you. So when I see a situation like that in my neighborhood, and then when I see a situation like the gunning down of a coach at a youth football game, a black man being killed by another black man. Allegedly, it was Aqib Talib's brother. His last name is Talib. I'm not sure what his first name is. I really didn't care to get that deep into the story. But it's just like how I ain't seen no celebrity talking about it. Maybe because it's just unfolding. Maybe I'm too early to the situation, and maybe people just haven't picked it up yet. But right now, it's got like 50,000 views. TMZ got like 200,000, but I chalked that up to people just enjoying drama, and they have the video of it, so I just chalked that up to people like watching the video. But actual news coverage of this story is so scarce, and I feel like that's when you hear a guy like Charleston White talk about you need to call the police, and they call him a snitch, or they call him whatever it is, and they call him a punk. It's a lot of stuff I don't agree about with him, but in situations like this, that's just an all around effed up situation. And why I just feel like nobody's talking about it. Not enough people talk about how terrible black people treat each other. I feel like nobody does. And I know people we go to Democrats and we go to Joe Biden, but let's keep it a buck, man. Politics has never and will never cater or be made to reflect our livelihoods. Politics is such a tier above a day to day. Like even Obama when he got elected, it was cool because he was supposed to shake up the system, whether you believe he did or he didn't. I don't feel like he did, but that's up to you to decide for yourself. But I feel like this has just been like at a certain point, when do we just say F it and just start policing our own neighborhoods? This is the zero tolerance policy. When you see when you see black on black crime, that should be enough. People at first I was against guns, which was a crazy which was a crazy POV for me. But at first I was one of these because I'm a Democrat. Like I said, I've always kept it a buck with y'all. I'm a liberal, so I was always, not always. I grew up around guns, but I was always like, you don't need a machine gun. A simple rifle will do it for you. But I do think we need to step up as a people and just stop having a zero acceptance policy towards the craziness. Stop looking towards Democrats and Republicans and politicians and just start patrolling our own stuff. I'm going to get a pistol very soon. Very, very soon. Y'all know I'm a agoraphobe. I stay in the house though. I don't really do much. I don't really go out that much anyway. But yeah, with the change of laws in my state in Ohio, with you don't even have to take the concealed carry CCW course. You can literally just buy a gun and you don't
concealed. There's no longer such thing as concealed carry. You can have your gun concealed on you as long as you tell the police. Supposedly, it's not supposed to be a crime. I mean, I'm not. I don't know if I'll have it on me, but I'll definitely carry it in my house. Like I'll definitely have it in the house because you can't even go to a football game and work at a football game and expect to be protected by your peers. This was not the first time that the dude or the Talib brothers, I'm just gonna lump them together and say the Talib brothers, had been on scene with a pistol. After the first time, they should have said, "Hey, I'm gonna get my brother Tyrone to come through. At least he got something on him." And it's just like, I'm just tired of seeing it, bro. I'm just sick of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing black people say that we gonna believe in Democrats. I'm tired of black people say we gonna believe in politics. It's just protect your own, bro, and let the chips fall where they may. As long as you make it home, that's the end of the conversation. Everything else is everything else. Which brings me to my point about the dude Charleston White. Now he talks a lot of craziness about these rappers, and I agree to a majority of it. Music is music, and if you're gonna leave it on the track, leave it on the track. If you're gonna kill somebody, then keep it, keep it silent at the very least. You know what I'm saying? You just don't snitch on the track about yourself. But if you damaging the community, then hey, so be it. It is what it is. Selling a little weed back in the day was one thing. Selling some dope back in the day was one thing. But now you actively killing people. And I'm not talking about people from your set. I'm not talking about people that you beefing with that, hey, live by the gun, die by the bullet. It is what it is. I'm not mad about that. We all got fam to go through that. Hey, sometimes your ops is your ops and you got to do what you got to do. But when innocent people get involved, that's enough for me. Like that's just enough for me. And I just don't understand why Roger Goodell can speak on domestic abuse. The NFL can talk about 1,000,001 things, bro. But they don't address the menaces that they create. The $1,000,000 menaces. That's what we're going to call them from now on. The young thugs, these Talib brothers. They $1,000,000 menaces in the community, bro. And just as black people, like, when do we say enough is enough? I'm not saying we go out there and kill them. But I'm saying there's got to be some kind of repercussions to these people. Bruh man was refereeing a game and got shot because, I don't know, people didn't like the way he threw a flag. I don't know why they shot the man. But damn, people. No celebrity gonna talk about it. LeBron ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna tweet about it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I just keep seeing stuff like this over and over again in my community. And it just, after a while, it just get under your skin. It really do. I'm all for black love. I'm all for black empowerment. But when these millionaire sports figures or musicians or whatever breakdown you want to categorize them into, when they choose to tweet about freaking, I don't know, the latest McDonald's meal menu, but won't talk about somebody getting killed in their own backyard, like, it's just a shame. It's like you have such high expectations for these people, and then you realize that they all bought and paid for. They protected by the shield. They protected by $1,000,000, $1,000,000,000,000, $1 billion companies, however you want to break it down. And you just, Where do you go from here? You just supposed to the family just supposed to pull up to the next game and keep it pushing? Let's be honest. I don't see anything happening to that Talib brother. He might do a little bit of jail time, but that's not gonna bring back that brother. That's not gonna make that son who saw his father killed just be cool with it. So it's just disheartening, bro. It's just real disheartening to come up and feel like, at least as a black man, I can respect you. Because I know, at least on some level, we had a similar upbringing. Even if you had money and I didn't. At least from a somewhat of a small culture perspective. Even Herschel Walker, like I say, crazy as Herschel Walker is goofy and, I don't want to say brain damage, but you know, y'all be seeing him on the TV. As silly as he is, I respect him. I would listen to Herschel Walker's insight more than I would listen to Joe Biden's on black people. But then you see people getting gunned down for what? A disagreement? Because I don't like the way you threw that flag. Because I don't like the way you... Whatever A, B, and C that you want to make up, there's just no excuse anymore. I mean, there's never been an excuse, but damn. So it's hard to hear these, not politicians, but these people talk about they all for social causes and they all for social justice and they all for awareness and community education and stuff. But it's like, are you really? LeBron still ain't spoke on China. LeBron still ain't came out and said, hey, the sweatshops in China is terrible. The way that Nike do some of these kids over in other countries is terrible. Love them or hate them. Like, bro, you got to say something, bro. I support the school in Akron that you built, man. I'm all for it. But if you're not going to go out your way to at least say, hey, this dude who is a fellow athlete, granted they don't play the same sport, but a black man was killed for coaching a game. And if you can't speak out about that, then what are we doing? What are we doing as a community? And like I say, maybe I have too much expectations on the African Americans in this country. Last time I checked, we made up 15% of the population. I thought for some innate, insane reason that at least we could come together on some basic agreements. But it's like the more I look at the news, the more I see this stuff, it's just horrific. It's hard to wake up in the morning and to see another black man was killed by another black man. And just go about my day like it's cool. Oh, just par for the course. Another black dude got killed. Let's see what else we talk about. Oh, memes. Yeah, like, it take a toll. It definitely takes a toll seeing all this. I get tired of the old, sometimes it's just bad apples. Maybe I'm just too emotional. Maybe I'm too irrational. Maybe that's what it is. But I just need answers to this, bro. I ain't seen nobody from Black Lives Matter talk about it. I just... Sometimes you just wake up and feel defeated. You feel me? And that's just where I am right now. I mean, I'm going to still get on with my day. That's the nature of life. You move on, you move past it. But these are the moments that really etch themselves in my mind. And like I say, this is my therapy. This is me coming on here venting. So I don't want to act like this. What I'm saying right now is changing the world. I don't get that many views on these videos. I'm not that $1 million, dude that's gonna come on here and get 1 million subscribers just off of me venting my feelings. But damn, people, if ain't nobody gonna talk about it, I guess I gotta talk about it. What the hell is going on? I mean, a youth football game. It's one thing to say the Brittany Griner situation. Hey, she has weed over there. Maybe they prosecuted her wrong. Maybe they did 1,000,001 things that inflated the charges. That dominated headlines more than a black man getting killed at a youth football game. ESPN covered that damn near every week. They was talking about, well, Brittany Griner shouldn't have. Listen, the woman carried illegal drugs to a country that it was illegal. Maybe the sentence was excessive. Maybe people in the past have gotten lesser sentences. That's perfectly possible. But damn near a month coverage. But there's no coverage on this black man that was killed at a youth football game. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Dennis Rodman's supposed to go over there and fight for her release. I don't see nobody hiring a lawyer to defend the brother that was killed on the football field. I don't hear nobody going out their way to make sure that he's prosecuted. Because his brothers apparently keep Talib, the Talib brothers. They got money. They both played in the NFL. So more than likely he gonna skate. And I don't really care what led up to the shoot. I don't care if the dude said, I was sleeping with your mama. I really don't care what the reason was. This black man is dead at a football game in front of his child. And there's no coverage about it. And I don't want to hear about, well, let's talk to the politicians and bruh, there are rich people that can make huge differences with a tweet about this situation. And they just, for whatever reason, refuse to. There's been more headlines about Megan Thee Stallion twerking in the Sailor Moon costume over in Japan than it was for this brother. I 2022, man. Where every person has the power to retweet and to share and to do 1,000,001 things. And we prefer getting coverage of Megan Thee Stallion. We prefer to hear about a Brittany Griner situation. When there's real wrongdoings and real crimes in this country. Like I said, I'm just talking, y'all. That's all I'm doing. Sometimes I feel like that's all you can do. When you ain't got hundreds of millions of dollars. That's a lot of time. That's feel like all you can do. You can volunteer. You can try to make change in your community. But it's always like right around the corner. You're competing with huge, massive media companies and huge, massive celebrities that they want to promote the new lotion, or they want to promote the new, like, a Burger King sandwich, or they want to, they getting promoted to show an ad of a new shoe. And in passing, they'll say, "Oh, it's a tragedy. Oh, it's a real shame what happened to him, man. Got to be more careful. Prayers." But that's about as far as it goes. Like I say, I'm being rough on black people. I know I am. I know this ain't fair. I know this ain't what y'all came to hear today. I know y'all wanted to hear jokey jokes and y'all wanted to LOL and y'all wanted to laugh and all that, but sometimes this shit just weigh on my soul, bro. I don't know how to spin this into a comical situation. I don't even know how to fix the situation. I don't even know how to go about even addressing it. I'm just really talking about the things that I saw. But what are we going to do to actually make real change? I implore all my black people, all my brown people, all my people of color, get yourself a gun. Listen, the gun laws in this country are going to be the gun laws in this country. Get yourself a gun. Teach yourself some basic defense classes. Get on YouTube. Get healthy. Get your mind right. Talk to a therapist if you need to talk to a therapist. Get somebody to talk to that you can vent to of actual reputable value. Because it's clear that these politicians and celebrities is not here to help us. For real. They got agendas. Meanwhile, we out living our daily lives. Taking your kids to school. You're loving your girl or your wife. You're loving your significant other. Keep praying. Looking towards the skies and the heavens. Saying your Hail Marys. Whatever religion you are. But damn. It's hard to be black, bruh. It's hard. Because you see the beauty and the possibilities. You do. You see all these black athletes making all this good money and you think, man, real change is going to happen now. Real billion-dollar change is about to be generated. And it's still the same stuff. You hear black excellence. You hear Black Lives Matter. You hear all the hashtags. You see all of the retweets. And you see the black magic and you feel a sense of pride. Maybe it's inflated ego. But then you turn on your local news and you see 3 or 4 more black people getting killed for doing nothing. Doing their job. For a little dispute or an argument. And you just feel defeated. I mean, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I am holding this too high of a regard. Like I said, white people kill white people. Well, I'm not going to be a ridiculous extremist and say, white people never, ever, ever kill white people. White people are always innocent. No, that's not what I'm saying whatsoever. We're not going to get crazy and act like that. But as a black man, seeing my own people kill each other over ridiculous arguments just breaks my heart. But ain't nothing gonna change. That's why I'm on here talking about it. No matter how many times I share a post, how many times I make a comment, it don't matter. That's why I'm Anarchy Anonymous, you know what I'm saying? I know a nihilist, if you will. A lot of the things I say ain't gonna change nothing. I'll probably never be, I'll never be to the heights of a LeBron or an Obama or shit, even let's say Killer Mike, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't born with that gift of gab. I can talk slick, don't get me wrong. I can say some slick shit. I ain't gonna act like I can say some slick shit, you know what I'm saying? I can have a civil debate here and there, but seeing that shit is heartbreaking. And then just watching it just get swept under the rug. Like, just another Sunday. You know what I mean? Just another Tuesday, another black man killed. We just gonna talk about something else. People get online and debate politics for hours. People's whole career is built around politics. Well, if they didn't have guns, maybe the violence wouldn't happen. If they didn't have high magazine caliber rifles, maybe this wouldn't have happened. If they only had a good upbringing, different life circumstances, maybe none of this would have happened. I don't believe that. Some people are evil. Just downright evil. Born great communities. Families making tons of money. And they choose to sell drugs. They say, well, hey, I don't want to be no punk. I got to sell some dope. I got to sell a little bit of something just to hustle, just to get my own. But families making good money. What does that have to do with an upbringing? What does that have to do with a politician? That has nothing to do with no guns. That has nothing to do with nothing but a person being an evil human being. I understand if your situation is, hey, I gotta get out of a terrible situation, so I gotta sell a little bit of something. Ain't nothing wrong with selling a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about nothing addictive, but hey, I'm in Ohio. Opioid crisis ain't never been higher. And that was perpetuated by drug companies. And then, of course, the fallout is drug dealers are going... The dark corners of society only thrive because the country allows it to. The opioid crisis in the Midwest only became as profitable and as monetized as it did because drug companies, were giving out opioids like candy. Without asking any questions, without saying, hey, let's follow up and actually see if we can give this person some mental health to help them wean off of it. No, here's 50 pills for 2 months, 5 refills, come back, we got you. And now they trying to flip it. Now they trying to make sure that people can be okay with it. But it's not okay. That's evil. That is an organization that people trusted and believed in that allowed them to become dependent on something and then cut them off. And of course, if you have an addictive personality, we're not going to act like people is Superman out here. People have needs and wants, and the easiest way to get a need and a want is to fulfill that need and want. You know you like opioids. You know you need to get opioids, so you're going to get them. So I'm about to get off of here, man. I really ain't got much else to say. It's just heartbreaking as a black man to see once again another black man killed over nothing. To see more celebrities just ignore it. Probably get swept under the rug. A young girl lost her life. You know what? I ain't even gonna say young girl. This girl deserves to have her name spoken. What is this young girl's name that was killed by a bitch ass nigga? Excuse my language. They say his name, but I do not see her name. His name was Eric Johnson. They do not have baby girl's name. 6-year-old girl. We got to do better, y'all. Isla Johnson. What are we doing, people? Is this just another par for the course in the black community? This just another thing Black Lives Matter won't talk about? Another celebrity just gloss over? Just say something. I know we all don't got 1 million followers. I know we all don't have, millions and trillions of dollars. But say their name, bro. Post about it. Share a story about it. Tweet about it. Whatever you got to do. This can't just be par for the course. But I'm out of here, man. Like I said, I know y'all didn't want to hear me. talk about all this sad stuff today. I had a whole list of things I was gonna talk about, but it's just disheartening. That's all it is. I'm in my feels. I ain't gonna lie about it. I ain't gonna lie about it. Another black man dead. Another community destroyed. Another family rocked. I don't have nothing for y'all, man. I, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I'm gonna keep tweeting about it. I'm gonna keep. Y'all know I'm Mr. Jokey Joke. Y'all know I'm Mr. LOL, Mr. Laugh Out Loud. You know, I always try to find funny in a situation, but black people, we gotta do better. I'm out, man.